Guys, welcome back to a new episode of the PS2 Collector. So at the moment we are currently on 180 out of 4,376 games. We have also spent £499 and 10 pence. So we've got a long way to go. So on this episode I'm going to show you the latest 5 games that I have picked up. Some are heavy hitters, and there's also a limited edition Japanese exclusive novel game. Stay tuned, you definitely do not want to miss this. So let's start off with game number 181, and that is Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Burning Earth. So where do I begin with this game? For me, this is not a great game because the cutscenes lacks character. What do I mean by that? So whilst the cutscenes going on, for some reason, I'm not sure it was a mistake by the developers, but the mouths on the characters are not moving and they're speaking, but there's no movement with the characters, and that makes it lifeless. And for me, I was not a fan of that, especially for a game that was released in 2007. They should have done much better. But yeah, another thing that I did not enjoy was the simplicity of this game, because I understand it is aimed at the younger audience, but this game requires no skill because it's an actual button masher beat 'em up. It does have a bit of puzzle solving, but not that tough. And yeah, it's not a great game, and the only people that enjoy it is the Avatar fans. But for me, for £3, if you're an Avatar fan, go for it. But if you are a novice to the PS2 game library, I would avoid this game. And that, my friends, is game number 180 for only £3. Sorry, 181 for only £3. Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Burning Earth. On to the next game. Game number 182 is Capcom's Chaos Legion. Now, this game is 50-50. Some fans love it, some fans despise it. I'm actually right in the middle. This game is quite promising in some parts, and other parts there are questions that needs to be answered, because the story, firstly, I'm not going to put any spoilers out. The story, the pacing of it is suspect, because it starts off promising but then it just leads to nowhere. Another negative is the repetitiveness between the level design and the gameplay. It just gets boring in certain circumstances, but for me there is fun to be had. This game is fun, but the repetitiveness is what lets it down, and its similarity to Devil May Cry. So this game is Devil May Cry Lite, and that's the biggest compliment that I can give this game. There is fun to be had, but it could have been way better. Now hear me out. I think that this game needs to be remastered and it needs to be worked on more. If this game is worked on more and it offers a new experience, it can be its own franchise. But the game, unfortunately, or the series, if there was a series, because there's only one game, died on the PS2. This game is only available on the PS2, and if you do enjoy hack and slash, give this one a go. There is fun to be had, but its mechanics is questionable, and that is game number 182, Chaos Legion, for only £6. Go for it. Right, on to the next game. Game number 183, and I paid £28 for this game, and it's called Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity. For me, I've never seen the show. I never ever even played the game. This is the first time I've heard about this game, and whilst I was looking at reviews, it did not review well. There was complaints about it's how generic it was. and it was largely based on the show. The show was quite popular in the French region, if I read that correctly. And yeah, if you have any experience about this game, leave it in the comments below. Is this game worth £30? I think the low print might have contributed to that, but if you have memories about this game, leave it in the comments below. And if you recommend me playing this game, again, please let me know. But for £28 for a very poor game, if you are into action platformers, give it a go. But would I pay £30 for it for being an average game? Heck no. The only reason why I'll buy this is to complete the PS2 collection. But yeah, for £28, game number 183, Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity. Right, let's go on to game number 184, and for many people, this is one of the greatest PS2 games of all time. Not just PS2 games, but one of the greatest games of all time, period. And that is God of War 2 for the PS2. After the huge commercial success of the first game, how could they improve? And boy, did they hit it out of the park. This game is absolute timeless. The graphics to this day has aged really well, but that is expected because it was released very late into the PS2 lifecycle. And for me, the character development of Kratos after the first game, there's no spoilers, after the first game where he becomes a god, the second game is where he goes 100% badass and challenges Zeus. And I'm just going to leave it at that. This game is a huge blast to play. Instantly, the first 30 minutes is ridiculously really good, and I just recommend this game. I'm going to say it, I don't care, I'm going to say it. This is the greatest God of War game of all time. If you disagree, please leave it in the comments below. I know what you're going to say. There's been many great God of War games such as Ragnarok and the PS5, PS4 games, but for me, God of War 2 is where the formula and the peak of the God of War series ended for me basically. After God of War 2, they couldn't expand on the character and you just became a repetitive character. If you disagree with that, leave in the comments below. But as a game, I can't recommend this game highly. If you've not played this game before, please play this game. You will not be disappointed. For £15, it is a steep price. If you just want to play the game, get the PS3 version because that has an up-to-date graphics and runs way more smoother than the PS2 version. But if you're an enthusiast and you want to play the authentic version, give the PS2 version a go. I paid, as you know, the price is there, £15 for this game. Is money well spent. You've got to play one of the greatest of all time. Game number 184, God of War 2, masterpiece. Right, so we are on the final game of this video, and as you know, I'm a huge fan of collecting Japanese visual novels limited edition. And people, I'm guilty again. I managed to pick up yet another Japanese limited edition game because I just love the way what they include in these limited editions. So we got another one. I'm gonna pronounce it via translator. Bear with me. And this game is called La Coda d'Oro Encore Premium Box 2. So this is the front cover of the game. And I'm gonna open the box. Let's see what we get. So we get, 1 second, we get a book design, which is quite good. I do quite enjoy the design of that. So I'm just gonna take this game out. So what you get with it is, hang on. So this is the front cover of the sleeve of the game. So if I just put this game down, so what you get is the base game, the sleeve, just put it aside. And as you know, with these limited editions, you get, as always, the soundtrack, which is shaped as a vinyl design, and with the vinyl, you also get the artwork. Just look at this amazing artwork that they do. And like I always say with Japanese visual novels, the artwork and what they include in these are amazing. And yeah, if you do, like I said, with all the time, what I say with Japanese visual novels is it has a limited audience, because in Japan they really enjoyed their visual novels, and that's why they got many limited edition boxes released for it, because a lot of people collect this stuff. And for me, why should I just buy the novel where I can get the limited edition and get the, you know, get extra content rather than getting the base game? The base game has always been cheap in Japan, but it's the extra content in the limited editions that make it really expensive. But I got this game for £20, and if you do enjoy visual novels, give it a go. But as you know, like I always state with these games, is that they were always in Japanese. It's very hard to get them English translated, and if you do know anyone that can translate these visual novels, please leave it in the comments below. That's it guys, that's the final game of this video, game number 185. I'm gonna pronounce it again, La Concordia d'Oro Encore Premium Box 2 for £20 for a limited edition with all the content that's in this game. That is worth it in my opinion. If you disagree, again, please let me know. Right guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. If you want to know when my videos come online, please click on the bell notification below. Anyways guys, until next time, and don't forget, as always, to subscribe. Take care guys.